Another episode of God damn right. Scooting over as soon as I lean. Turn up the mic. Got to know space. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up? What's up in
The
the building?
the island. And then we
Why
got
in
our
my way, man?
we got special guest. He's back in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Same
sir.
building, new name. Let's go.
What's up, you guys? Cyan is my stage name. Real name is Cody. Glad to be back on. It was super fun last time, so I'm stoked to
Yeah.
jump on again,
Yeah.
guys.
It's cool that you're back on with the completely different genre and like completely different stuff.
Yeah. I remember last time we were kind of talking about it in the last interview a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm kind of doing my sad pop thing. And then, just excited to kind of get the ball rolling and finally release my own music. So it was awesome.
I like that sad pop stuff. I've said it on the show multiple times, and Chris is like, "Who does that?" I'm like, "I like that depressing stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know why. Like, it hits."
Yeah.
And he always tells me why. Who says that? I'm like, a lot of people. Like, it's just, I don't know why. It's
Yeah.
good music.
Yeah,
It's good.
exactly. It's
Bro,
like,
that playlist you gave me like got me in the feels.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
crazy,
man.
dude. Like, I don't know why, but it when I first started listening to it, it like resonated with me real well. Like, I was like, it's like chill music that you can like
Yeah.
relax to, but the lyrics are so like sad. So it's just
Yeah.
like you can dance to the word or the music, but then the lyrics just like hit you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of going for.
I explain it's kind of like conscious rap. It makes you think, but it's not that, the lyrics just takes you to certain places,
Yeah, exactly. And it was
Good.
different for me because I've never really touched on this genre before.
Mhm.
As you know, I play rock in like two
Yeah.
drums and two rock bands. So hopping into this genre, it was like taking on like a whole nother beast, because
Another
like
beast.
rock is just like I've been doing it for so long, and then I was like, I just want to switch it up and do something like that I really like I'm really passionate about, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and put something different out. So it was definitely a journey to get to finally releasing my song. So.
Was this a genre that you've always listened to and you want to give it a go, or you just kind of fell in love with the genre just recently and you really want to like pursue it, the type of music it is?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I started listening. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this band called Laney.
No, but I did notice, I did save some of their songs because your playlist had a lot of them.
Yeah, dude, they're like my favorite band of all time, and I got into them like I'd say 2 years ago, and man, it was just like it was insane. I was like, this is such good music, and that was the time when I was doing like a lot of Across the Atlantic stuff, a lot of False Idol stuff, like
Mhm.
drum wise, like rock wise, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, it would be so cool to kind of just do my own thing and release something similar to this. And then I just fell in love. I really never thought about releasing it, and then the pandemic kind of hit, and I was like, man, this is like my time to kind of do my own thing and like focus on me and like do something that I'm really passionate about. And I was
Mhm.
like, this sad pop music is just like gets you in the feels. It makes you feel good at the same time. So
Mhm.
yeah, this one I just started going after it, man. It's been a few months now, and I have another song ready to go too. So
When's that supposed to drop?
December actually. I'm doing like some last minute edits. And
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep the ball rolling, man.
Yeah.
Once you get the hype, it's like why stop? You know what I mean?
So how does it like translating with like the following you have already? Because I mean, you have a good social media presence and all that, but with like Across the Atlantic and False Idols, how's it translating when you're promoting or like releasing this type of music?
Yeah, I don't think anybody was really expecting me to do like sad pop. They're like, oh, like
Yeah.
a rock thing, like of course, same old thing. And then it hit, and everybody was like, "What the hell?" Like my dude,
That's what I text you. I was like, "Are you singing?"
yeah,
Like, yeah.
dude.
Like,
My inbox blew up, dude. They're like, "Bro, what is this? You like, what is going on? Like, where's the screaming and stuff?"
Yeah.
I was like, "This is me, man." Like, it was just interesting, and it's cool because like mainly my followers are like friends, like really good friends, so they
Mhm.
like support no matter what I do. So
Yeah.
whether it be rock, whether it be this, and they have good taste in music, so they're like not just rock or not just this.
Yeah.
And I feel like rock is kind of like it's still awesome, but I feel like a lot of people are into rock are kind of like branching out to other genres and listening to other things. So yeah, it was definitely good feedback from
I hope so.
everybody.
I like when they branch out because I
Yeah.
hate being in one type of genre, especially now with rock. There's not. It's definitely not as dominant as it was, and it's not just. It's for at least for me because I'm
Mhm.
not like heavy into it like I was back then. It's hard to find new bands.
100%. Yeah,
And if
100%.
I find new bands, a lot of them are just doing kind of like, I don't know, man, like they're doing modern stuff and it's not heavy or stuff like I like to.
Mhm.
But I know there's bands out there, I just haven't discovered them.
Exactly.
But that's why you branch out and find out other things there. Was that so? Speaking of branching out, your cover photo for is you on guitar. Is that you playing now, or just the cover photo?
No, dude,
Just the cover photo.
I don't know how to play guitar at all, right? But I learned my own song. So
Okay.
so I legit sat down and like learned my own song and played it. Never
All right.
Like
never
the
played
chords
guitar
and
before.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the
never
cover
played
photo's
guitar.
legit.
It's legit. I was
Okay.
playing that bad boy, bro. I was up there shredding. It's like the easiest song ever. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I had to take some additional time to go to my friend's house. So because okay, long story short, I have a producer who kind of like writes my music. Like I'll
Mhm.
give him an idea and he'll come up with like music. He's out of Ohio actually, and he sends it to me and there's guitar and I was like, man, I can't go up there and like fake this. Like I really want to like learn it and kill it. And yeah, I went to one of my old guitarist's house actually, and he taught me the chords and stuff. And yeah, I played everything like the solo and everything, dude.
Nice.
That's all I know how to play on guitar is my song. So if you
Hey, that's all you need, though.
yeah, right. If you ask me to play anything else, I'm like, I can't.
Because I was surprised on that too. I was like, I didn't know that. He talked a lot, and I didn't know he played guitar.
I don't. I'm fake, dude. I'm fake.
So with this song, it's called Lost. That's
Mhm.
your first single.
Yeah.
I saw that. So I couldn't listen to it on Spotify because they were trying to make me like sign up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try and do that. So I went to your YouTube.
hmm
So you had that one, and you had another one called Bang.
Nah, dude, that's not me.
That's
yeah,
not-
someone
okay.
else was writing me too because they were looking for my video.
Yeah.
And they're like, I thought you only released one song, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I only have one right now. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube or like
Right.
what's going on, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
there, and then another friend of mine, he's like, bro, I can't find the video anywhere, and I was
Right.
like, I don't know why. Like it's all uploaded. Like I swear I did everything right. So I was like,
Yeah, because I was
man.
finna say they're very different vibes.
Yeah.
I like this one as well because it's like a blend of like The Weeknd and Drake, like the beat wise,
What?
And
I
then
didn't know you
the-
checked it out.
and then the song. No, with your song.
Oh,
with
I was
Lost.
like, wait, what?
I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I gotta go
With
check
your
him out
song.
then. Damn.
Yeah, so with your song, I really liked
yeah.
it because of that, and it does have like the sad vibes,
Yeah.
type beats to it. With your project that's coming out, are you trying to keep that type of genre? Or are you gonna have like different beats and stuff to it, or different songs?
Yeah, with that, it's more. This one was really sad. This one came from like a really dark
Yeah.
spot. Like, I wrote it, and I wanted the next one to be more fun music wise. The lyrics are still kind of sad.
Okay.
This one's about like a breakup over the summer. So it's still got kind of that sad aesthetic, like with the lyrics, but the music is more fun with this one, I would
Right.
say. So I'm trying to keep like the sad vibes, but still kind of have like poppy music, so you can like
Okay.
groove to it and chill to it, but still like be sad.
So with this type of song, I know you said that you had to learn like the instruments,
Yeah, yeah.
the guitar to it. Did you plan to sing on this project, or was this like something that you just thought of?
Nah, 100%. I wanted to sing, dude.
Yeah.
I've never sung in my life either, so this year's just been crazy, bro. Like at the beginning of the year, I was like, man, I just want to put out my own music, and then I started taking singing lessons too. So
Okay.
I'm kind of like getting that under control.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a journey, man, and it's just getting better. I feel like the more I progress. I was always just scared about what people would say or like what they would think. But I'm like, everybody starts somewhere, and
Right.
I can't hit
Mhm.
like super high notes and stuff like that. But starting somewhere is better than starting 10 years from now when I am good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, I might as well just drop what I feel like is good enough. It's not crap quality.
Exactly. It
but
was
I just
very
wanna get out there.
polished.
Yeah,
A
thanks.
It's
lot of
pretty
bands have
good.
done that though. They start like you've seen their singer just progress.
Progress. Yeah.
Like what's it called? Avenged Sevenfold.
yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
exactly.
when they first started, he was I don't know why I listened to them, but now like you're like,
You go
damn, what
back,
happened?
Yeah.
You're like, what happened? He
They
got
also
good.
get better producers too.
Yeah, they're like, he took classes.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, man, why am I gonna it's gonna take me years to learn how to like actually like sing and hit specific notes and be like professional, but why am I gonna wait that long? It's time to kind of like just step up and do it. So that's why I released it. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
So yeah, we're gonna get into some more albums, talk a little sports, but definitely go in and out of your projects and your music and the whole aspect of what's going into your project.
For sure.
So we have the new Nav album. It's called Emergency Tsunami. Did y'all listen to it?
I listened to the intro and like the first song yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was all you needed, right? It was
Let him
trash.
talk.
I don't know, man. I'm so weird about new artists, and I know he's not like brand new or
Yeah.
anything, but it was okay. I like his song myself.
Okay.
Like from back, like one of his bigger releases. I like that song a lot, but I'm just like, it's hard for me to get into like music now sometimes because
Yeah.
there's just so much coming out like every day. So it's hard to stay up to date on like everybody. You know what I mean? Like especially
Yeah.
right now during the pandemic, because that's basically what everybody can do right this time.
Yeah,
you know?
most of the good artists are working right now,
Yeah.
putting out music.
Yeah,
So I definitely
exactly.
understand.
Did you notice too, like in the last 2 months, we've been getting a lot more drops? I think all these artists thought like in the summer, the pandemic, they kind of slowed down. And I think they're like, oh man, it's not gonna end soon. I need to drop.
Mhm.
So let me do
That's
it.
how I feel. Because
Yeah.
when I dropped my song, I looked at everything that dropped and it was like 20 or 30 like different artists and stuff.
Yeah,
And I was
it's
like,
been heavy.
"What?"
All
Yeah.
in your
What the
same
hell?
genre?
Not in my same genre, just
Okay.
like all
Overall,
over the place.
okay.
I was like, damn, like this is
Yeah.
crazy. Like, and
Yeah.
it's weird because you don't really like. I feel like you don't really hear about it. It just kind of like pops up on you, and you're
Yeah.
like, whoa. Because I remember back in the day, I'd be like, oh man, this band is releasing a song this
Right.
day, and now
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, they dropped a song. What the hell? Like,
Yeah, like I
it's
stopped
crazy.
I stopped like looking up who's about to drop because sometimes they hold it or they push the album back.
Mhm.
So whatever drops is the day of when I find out. So
Yeah,
I like
same,
that better
same.
than having to look it up.
And then even
wondering.
now, when I look at the list, like a lot of forums posted or like hip hop sites, or they're out of like the 5 that they say are dropping, there's like 10 more.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
so with the power like Spotify and Apple, it's just a click of a button now.
Exactly. Everything's changed up so much, and it's hard to keep up with, honestly.
Yeah.
Like especially with your like day-to-day life when you have shit going on. Like people,
Mhm.
you know, there's 10 albums today. How am I ever gonna listen to all of them? You know what I mean?
Especially with EPs now, man. People
Yeah,
are putting
for
out
real.
like, oh man, I don't got a whole album yet. All right, label that EP. Let's go.
That's
Yeah.
my plan. That's my plan
Let's
right
go.
now.
Let's go.
So with the Nav album, it was cool. I think because he dropped 2 this year, I like this one better than the other one because the other one it just sounded
one
like
was
he was
Talk about good
forcing it.
intentions.
I don't remember the name of it,
Yeah.
but I think I like this one better. He's not really my favorite artist to listen to when he drops, and there really wasn't anything special about the album in my opinion. But it was cool for like a 1 through. I probably won't listen to it again.
Yeah.
I gave it like a 2.
A 2
it-
out of what? 10?
Yeah, 2 out of 10.
Oof, dude.
Man, you know what?
It wasn't
This
my
is some,
favorite.
This is some bullshit. That's I've been telling him in the chat all week or all day for the last 2 days is I don't want to listen. I listened to it. It was hard to get through. I didn't like it at all. And he's hyping it up. So now
How to hype it up?
he went with it first, but that's my whole thing. Like this, it wasn't memorable at all. Nothing went to a playlist. That middle portion sounded like one long ass song. Like it's just I don't know. I didn't like it at all.
The intro got me hyped. It
The
Yeah.
intro
cool.
and the outro were both
The
like
best
the
part.
news edits. They're
And-
both in the news like
And then like
reports, whatever.
the album name, Emergency Tsunami, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
no, I think he's regressing as an artist. I like his earlier stuff, but yeah, I think he doesn't have any. I think he's hit a ceiling, in my
It's
opinion.
kind of stuck like a plateau.
Has he
Yeah.
been
Uh,
has his whole catalog been on OVO?
Roy, he's not on OVO.
Is he? I
He's
thought he
signed
was.
to the Weekend.
There you go.
Uh,
But are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
Roy's what we call an industry plant, so he doesn't know. But yeah, no, he's
Don't follow the dude.
he's signed to the Weekend, and I think he's one of the only artists on the Weekend's record label. But he's putting out projects, so that's good for him.
He's making that label money.
Yeah.
100%.
He looks like a jeweler, but
He
he's
does.
Yeah, he's
From
just,
Houston too.
Yeah.
But he looks like. But he
Yeah, what?
isn't he from Canada?
yeah, he's a Canadian artist.
Yeah, when I found him, I heard myself on like I don't know if y'all have heard that song or whatever.
I gotta listen to it again.
That song, dude, I was literally working out and it popped up and I was like, okay, this goes kind of hard.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited to listen to this stuff, but like I said, I got through the first two tracks and I was like,
His earlier work, he was definitely on drugs because he has a lot of like drug references.
mhm.
This one, it seems like he's just not on anything.
You see why I don't want Pusha T to evolve?
No.
Because this is what would happen. I'd be
You
like,
don't
this
want him
is
to get
boring.
off
I
of
don't
drugs.
This is
think-
boring.
Yeah,
This
who
is
says
boring.
that?
Don't
Yeah.
get off of drugs, please.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Oh, you gave it a higher score.
The only one that
Okay.
what's it called? Dropping Tears was probably the only decent one.
Yeah.
The intro and the
is high,
outro.
bro. Intro is
Yeah.
tight. I
But
was
the
like,
intro and
okay.
outro, it was just news clips.
Get in, get out.
That's
Yeah.
it. News clips. Man, but I was that outro was like the best thing to see because I was like, I was already done with the album. I was tired of it.
Yeah.
And
It's pretty
the-
lengthy too, a little
Yeah,
bit.
it felt long.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I got one more song. That's it. Let me see power through this. Then I saw I'm like, our outro, a minute. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one wasn't that great.
No.
And then
Way better drops this week.
NLE Chopper from Dark to Light that dropped.
Bruh. Is that drop of the week? Yeah. Doesn't be drop. Yeah.
Oh boy, competition was heavy this week.
It beat 4 by a little bit. I didn't
listen to 4. You
4
listened to 4, right?
I listened.
Okay.
To 4,
I like that
Okay.
a lot. I think that is the equivalent of sad rap or emo rap compared to like the
NLE
sad pop.
Chopper?
No, Fora.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I did
No,
not
I
hear
didn't
that.
listen to
No.
NLE,
No.
but
But Fora, I think that's kind of the because the only thing I don't like that Fora does is like on 2 songs he went back to like that crying rap, which I don't like. It was real
okay.
heavy.
Yeah, I see why I
But
didn't listen.
everything else, I mean, I think he evolved. He had more instruments on it. He had good features on it. I liked it.
That's the guy you compared to Black, right?
No, I didn't compare him to Black.
the on that album, what was the songs you didn't like?
I don't remember the names, but it was the ones that he did like the crying rap. It was
Crying Rap. I don't
yeah,
remember
hold on.
those. I liked
because
Fake
he was
Smiles.
like he was doing like the
Too.
fake smiles. That's what's crying rap,
I like that. Fake
Yeah.
Smiles too. It was
Sounds
like,
like
he had
he's
a lot of
crying.
really, I liked it.
bro. It
Because, like, his
seemed
whole
like fake
album-
energy,
Really,
fake smiles, fake
felt it.
energy. Like it
'Cause,
wasn't.
Like, I was
like-
listening to the album and then that came on and I was like, damn, like I don't know. I was
Well,
like,
I
this
think
kinda
maybe
hits.
because he did a whole album like that.
Oh yeah, I
and
didn't
I'm
listen
like,
to his older stuff.
And I was like tired of him. Like, bro, it's like you want to cry, but you don't. Like, it's
He's
just
like,
like
I'm
you're
right
borderline.
there.
Like, are you gonna do it or not? But this one, there was a lot more like of the singing, or
Yeah.
I felt like he tried to do more like rap R&B.
I didn't listen to like his old stuff, but I did like the instruments that he used on here.
Yeah,
Like
the
there's
old
a lot of
stuff
cool
doesn't.
guitars.
Like
and
the old stuff didn't have that. I made a comment last time on his instrument. Sound like he just had like the standard package of Fruit Loops. It was just basic
What?
beats. Now he had like instruments, like you
Yeah.
can tell his production got better. He got better features, so I think he's
Oh,
more
yeah.
known and stuff now.
Oh yeah,
so,
for sure.
but I like that one a lot too. But definitely growth on it. I think in the positive direction for me at least.
Yeah, like
What'd you give that album?
I give that one a 7.
I don't know his older stuff. I've only listened to like this album.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say overall I liked it like probably like 6.
about a
6 or
6.
so, yeah. And I'm not into like new artists that much. Like it's
Yeah.
hard for me to really like
Yeah.
grasp someone because there's so many out there now. But I liked his vibe.
It's weird on nowadays, like what is considered new artist,
Right.
because he's getting more popular, but I know he has albums from like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Well, I would think if you have one EP and one full project, you're a new artist.
but he has like 3
Kinda.
albums, so
Yeah,
what
that
is
is
he,
kinda
right?
tough.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
I guess it
no,
depends. Like
because once he gets in the
yeah.
spotlight, people are gonna be like,
then
"Oh,
he's
he's
like
new."
Yeah.
Yeah. but I wouldn't say he's a new artist.
I would
Interesting, yeah, maybe
say
not.
I would allow that on the last album because that was the first album he actually had like popular features and stuff. So I guess now
That one's
it's-
kind of like where he
yeah.
started hitting the spotlight.
I forgot it was like Love or Hell or something like that, the last one. But
Yeah,
like now back to NLE Choppa.
yeah. If we can get back to that
Bruh,
one, oh, we
that
got-
one was good. Girl, he had good lyrics. He that good production. Height. He had some songs that made you think. That what I'm a thug, but I still cry. Damn, bro. Like he's laying it out there.
Same.
He's talking about being a vegetarian on there too. Like,
Yes, he did.
bro,
He blew
8.
you
that
away,
was an
huh?
8.
Blew, blew you
like,
away.
But the growth he has in his music, and do you know his age? Like compared to what he
Oh.
dropped 2 years ago to now, like I think he's really growing beyond his years of what he is, because I think he's only 18 or 19.
I don't know.
Let me see.
He's like a Zion in the game, huh?
I didn't even listen to this one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, dude. Now it sounds like I need to. This
He's-
sounds dope.
He's not for everyone. If
Yeah.
you like him, you like him. I feel like this is, I don't know. I like the direction for him. It's more, I don't know, like the production is more mainstream, but his
Okay.
lyrics ain't really. He didn't do a lot of the like doing drugs. We talk about, he did it and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I liked it. He's 18 right now.
Okay.
For this drop.
He's 18 right now.
Oh,
So like
okay,
for
okay.
him, the way he's progressed in 2 years when he first came on at 16, I see like a lot of potential from him, and he's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. If somebody has to tell you he's not for everyone, it's probably
He's
not.
fine
gonna-
off for
What'd
him.
you-
What'd you give it?
I give it a 3.
Better than Nav, though. Better than Nav.
Yeah, it was definitely better than Nav. I didn't like it. He's too. I don't want to say too hyper because who was the other person we listened to? That Deontay guy. That Deontay guy was more hyper than this, and he was good. I didn't like what he was rapping about. Like he would rap and he would say stuff that was good, but it was his delivery. I think I didn't like that, and I didn't really like the production either.
I like the production.
I didn't like the
I have to check
production.
it out now.
Something's
I like-
definitely missing.
I like the production. It's better than what he would do before. Like for me, but for you saying that kind of confirms what I thought too. Is he really had a lot of growth in lyrics, and because he had a lot of older songs, like his older catalog, I can only listen to like half of it because the other half is just like stupid shit.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
listen. I haven't listened to his older stuff to like be able to remember it. But
He had some collabs with Blueface. That should tell you some of
Okay.
the older stuff.
okay.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
liked it.
he definitely. I think he's real because the stuff that he posts, like introspective stuff, like being a vegan and stuff. He definitely talks about that on his songs, which
Yeah.
is good. But I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Maybe an album later it'll change. But yeah, I didn't really like
All right
it.
now.
No.
But it just, I don't know. I just see a lot of potential there because from what he's already done in just a couple of years.
He's kind of got his
His-
name out
his
there
style.
too. Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, he's already he has the most copies of most awards or something from what's it called, from Tennessee, from Memphis. He's the most awarded or something
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
or something from, and that's pretty good for being 18.
Yeah.
Is
for real.
who's all in that? Because NLE is a group like ASAP.
Mm.
Is what's his name in there? Corday? No, that's YBN.
No, that's why.
Okay.
I don't actually listen to any other than any. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely a group. I don't know any of the other artists as well, but yeah, I mean, he's not for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
but
yeah,
I definitely check
Give
it
it a
out.
check out.
And
It's
then
an 8.
it's an 8.
You
That's-
gave it 8?
Yeah.
Woo, okay.
He said it proud. And then you got Sally Boy, Erez review.
That was up and down, bro. Like
What would you consider this? Is this like alternative or like pop?
it's pop alternative. Like he tricks you, bro. Like the first song, like I was vibing that first song.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was like R&B, and then
It
in the
was.
middle, fucking switch, and then it was like, what is this?
Yeah,
Like it just switched to like alternative. I was like, what's
What?
going on?
yeah.
And then he like the next song, I forgot, like the third song was probably my favorite, but that whole song was like that R&B style.
Yeah.
And then he went back to alternative. So it's
What?
like
That's cool. That's different. I
It
feel
it
like.
is cool, but
Yeah.
like I don't know, but he didn't, for me, he didn't do the alternative as well as he did the R&B.
Okay.
So like if his like level, like his talent
Matched
level was
up.
the same,
Mm.
probably would have worked. Some of the switches were a little, what's it called? They weren't as smooth.
Mm.
It literally there wasn't like transition like a bridge or
So
anything.
it was just like, whoa, like what?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
No.
like, oh, you felt it coming.
Yeah,
it's just
like
what
it
the
wasn't. It was just
Okay,
like
okay,
I
okay.
was like, oh,
Weird.
okay.
I'll have
I
to
was
check
like,
it out
that's
though. That,
cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
I gave this one a 5. I like alternative where it makes you wonder, like, where they write that line of being alternative pop and R&B, where you're like, which one is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that one, this project really did that.
But you think
There
he
was-
could have? I think could have blended the styles better.
Yeah, it feels like he might be a newer artist.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some of the, you can tell he did some type of a breakup or something. It was about a girl, like
It's
the
always
song.
about a girl.
It's always
Was
about
he
a
had
girl.
one with,
every song.
but
Even-
it was a girl like he didn't care for, but like the whole album felt like he was trying to tell people, I don't care, or tell himself, I don't care about you. But the sub lyrics were like, I still want you.
Okay.
Was it the sippy cup one, or
No,
I was just like, all right, I guess.
no.
So
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 5.
You gave it a
Five
5.
too?
Okay. Yeah, it definitely was the better of the releases out of the 3 for
Definitely
me.
not.
But yeah.
That's cool.
So
I'll have to check that out.
with your projects, have you thought of doing R&B, or is it strictly like sad pop?
I think like strictly sad pop.
Okay.
I kind of want to, like I said, on this next one, it's more like the music is more pop sounding.
Okay.
So it's more like
Okay.
fun and upbeat. I just like the way pop is. Like it's just like anybody could vibe with it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like this genre a lot. Because when I would show like a lot of my friends, like my age, my rock music, they're
Yeah.
like, I don't really like rock. Like, da, 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 da. Like, why are they screaming and all this stuff? And
You
I'm
would
like,
think your age, like they would.
right? No, it was
I don't
weird, dude. Like,
know.
all my friends are like, they'd obviously show up and support and stuff, but
Yeah.
9 times out of the 10, the people that came were like actual fans to our shows.
Okay.
Our friends would come just to support, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is like
Yeah.
homies." Like,
Yeah,
but
but is this how you do it?
they're like,
That's
no, yeah.
funny.
So this is cool because I've had like actual homies be like, "Yo, like your song was good."
Yeah.
Which in the past they weren't really, like into rock, I guess you would
Okay.
say. So this genre is really cool, and I feel like it's more open to everyone.
Yeah.
I guess.
So when it comes to sad pop, like, would you consider artists like Triple X like a sad pop artist?
Kind of, he has some kind of like aesthetic about it, but I feel like his is more like rap-ish. You know what I
Really?
mean?
Okay.
I
my
think
opinion.
he'll be more like that alternative.
Because he had sad pop. He also had rock as well. Initially, when he first came out, he had rap,
Yeah.
but it looked like he was trending towards like being.
sad. Exactly,
it was.
exactly.
He's
But,
one of those.
I mean, he could have trended, but I think for like what he has out, it's more alternative.
It was crazy because like some of
Yeah.
his songs I hear and I'm like, dang, dude, he was going through
It's
some
wild,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, man.
It's
So-
it is intense. Yeah, for
I think
sure.
one of the more, I don't know if he's popular around like Twitter and stuff. That he's more of like that sad pop is Kid Lori. What's his name?
Kid Lori.
Yeah, Kid Lori. Like his music's pretty. He's in that genre, except that he's doing more of the rap.
Okay.
So his last album was really good. He actually dropped this week. I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but he's in that genre also. But he's getting a lot of hype around his name too. So,
Interesting.
but that genre's coming out. That's more of like, I guess in the rap world, it's called emo rap
Yeah.
instead of like the sad rap.
Mhm.
But it's the same thing with the sad pop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And
I mess with it.
so with your song "Lost," how did you come up with the beats? Did you make them? You did the guitar, right?
Well, what happens is I don't know if you ever remember that band Attack Attack.
I don't.
No, like
No.
Like an old emo band, like
Okay.
Okay.
back in Warped Tour days. Well,
I just saw a post with them. That I think they're because they're under
They're
like the
coming back,
sub
bro.
categories. They're like
So
no, because there was like the emo.
Yeah.
I forgot because there was all the subcategories of rock from back then,
Mhm.
and they were on Attack. Was it Norma Rock that they were
Norma
under?
Rock?
Were
I
they
always
under
remember
there?
they were Crabcore
Oh, Crabcore.
because
There
they
you
would
go.
do like the
Crab,
legs.
yeah, Crabcore
Yeah.
was the only subgenre I didn't get into.
Yeah.
But I
I
was
wasn't
like-
really into them, but so weird thing that happened. So do you know We Came as Romans?
Yeah.
I was me and the drummer. He was like helping across the Atlantic with some of the marketing and stuff, and he introduced me to this producer, and he lives in Ohio, right?
Mhm.
And
Okay.
he does. So it's weird. Attack, their singer, they were like really big back in the day. Their singer has his own project, and that guy works with him.
okay.
And so I liked his stuff a lot, and so I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like I remember we talked just a little bit back in the day, and I was like, bro, like, would you do some music for me?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro, like, of course." And so that's kind of how everything got started. So I'll show him a song. It's crazy. He's like a genius, dude.
Yeah.
I'll show him a song, and then he'll kind of like send me back like piece by piece, like how I want it. He's like, "You want it like this?" And I'll be like, "No, let's do this instead." Or like we kind of like collab
Okay.
from like states away. It's so insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he like gets back to me, and then it all works out. Like it's crazy, man.
cool.
I just send him something, and then he like 3 days later, he's like, "What do you think of this?" And I'm like, "Whoa,"
So he
like,
puts like the
sick.
whole beats and everything together.
yeah, exactly. I'll
Okay.
like show him a song to reference off of, and then he just runs with it, man. And,
Okay.
and then we just like collab, like I said, back and forth, and say like, "Do we want this cut? What do we need added?" And,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So when you recorded it, how was that? I assume you had your own producer here.
Mhm, exactly.
Okay.
So the dude, on the last interview, the dude I was with, Tyler, he's the one who records my vocals.
Okay.
Okay.
So he has like a huge
He,
like setup.
he's set
and
by
stuff.
me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
exactly.
very like technical.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
He was
one
doing
from California, right?
Yeah,
Or-
exactly.
Yeah,
He
okay.
played for the. He played baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
What I forgot what my fucking freaking thing. Oh, well, anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was a pitcher, and yeah, he does like all that stuff for his band, and
Okay.
so he was doing my music for a little while, and then
Okay.
I wanted to kind of branch out to someone who specifically worked with the genre,
Okay.
so I can get exactly what I was looking for. But Tyler's stuff was really good, and I liked it a lot that he was doing for me. But I feel like I needed someone who like has worked in that genre before.
Yeah.
So I went with him, but he still helps me like with writing.
Okay.
And, like, we'll team up and do like melodies and stuff because he's really good at melodies and like singing and stuff. So he'll kind of like help me with like my melodies of like my flow and stuff.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
works out. Like
Man,
everybody,
that's
it's like a
super dope.
team thing, dude.
That's cool.
Man,
it's cool.
And I
it's
feel
a
like that's
small world too.
a lot of music's like that. I was reading a post like the forum the other day that producer engineers are like the unsung heroes of the music world, and everyone we've talked to, like music wise, has mentioned like
Yeah.
the producer really puts
The
everything
relationship
together.
and everything.
Oh,
They put
yeah,
everything
dude.
together. They come in with an idea and it happens. Like
Yeah, even
it's
with it being
crazy.
like y'all so far away, it still
Yeah.
managed to work.
Exactly, man.
So-
And then that's how it was. We used to work with Across the Atlantic. We worked with Data Remembers producer. You know Data
Yeah.
Remember? And dude, we would go in there and he would just make it happen. Like our songs are trash, bro. Our rock songs, like, and then we would go in there and he would just blow them up to this crazy good thing, bro. So it's crazy that they don't get as much respect as they should. I feel like because
No.
like 9 times out of the 10, they're the ones who are like doing everything for you, making it pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so. But the artist just gets all the credit.
Yeah,
usually,
basically
so,
the front person.
yeah, it's wild.
man, I haven't heard them in a while.
Dude,
They
for
don't
real.
remember.
They're supposed to be coming out with a new album this year. They just signed with the Ramen label,
Okay.
and yeah, they're supposed to drop it this year.
A
But
lot of bands are coming back. Did you see System drop 2 songs?
yeah, I was gonna talk about that. I didn't even listen to them yet.
I did. I
they
was.
good?
Was it good? It's probably good.
It
He's
was
picky.
no.
It's probably
It's
good.
hard to say no because it wasn't like. First of all, it was from like the sound of it was from the Still This Album era. This is
Okay.
my favorite System era. I'll
Mhm.
take Toxicity and all that over that. But it was from the Still This Album era. But it was very very political.
Oh, okay.
Both songs are about the Armenian war that's going on right now.
Mhm.
So it's good though because they haven't released a song in 15 years. So
Mhm.
it dropped 2 songs, but for me, I liked it for the fact that I felt like they want to get this message across. So they dropped these 2 songs, and hopefully that allows them to kind of have the album in a different direction.
Yeah.
Because knowing them, if they would have left these songs on the album would have been more focused on that.
Mhm.
But since they got the message they wanted to get across, now the album could be something different, more whatever they want to be. You
Yeah.
know? But those bands, they're always fluid, they're always message heavy. But the music wise, it was still good. Serge can still fucking sing.
Rip it.
I
Nice.
mean, he's very unique. I don't know who else sings.
Yeah.
He's one of the. He's literally for me one of the top 10 unique voices.
Yeah, you can tell when it's him. Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
him. The dude from Disturbed. I forgot his name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that's unique. Like no one. I don't know who else does that. But production wise, I don't think it was there too much. So I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like I said, it gave me Still This Album, and I wasn't the biggest Still This Album fan. But I was just so happy they released music to hear Serge voice again.
Is he singing the whole song or going back and forth?
No, he's singing the whole song.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Well, one of the except the intro, they had someone talking on the intro, but one of them, it was like a 20-second thing with music.
Who was the other guy that used to sing? I think he was the bald guy. Was it the drummer?
No, I think he would just do the backgrounds. You're talking about
Like
the.
background vocals or something.
No, he was the bassist, the one with the long.
Yeah.
Forgot his name. The one with the long beard.
He didn't sing at all?
He just does like the screams,
Okay.
the screams in the back.
Okay.
But I mean, I was real happy that they released music. So I feel like something's coming out, or probably next year or something. So I'm stoked for it because they're one of their top 5 favorite bands of all time for me.
Wow.
With them, and then Tool releasing, it was good. Last couple years with that. So,
Yeah,
but give it a listen because
yeah, I have
it's
to, yeah.
but it's just like I said, it's very message heavy about the war that their country's going to. So
yeah,
it wasn't. You understood what they're talking about. It just wasn't as relatable.
yeah,
You know.
makes sense. That's how I am with music though. Like I should have already listened to them. You know what I mean? Like I'm like I should, but I have to like. It's so strange. Like if I'm trying to like listen to new music, I have to be like 100% attentive to it. Like I
Yeah.
can't just like vibe with it, like whatever. Like
Yeah.
when I hear new music, I got to sit down and be like, okay, like nothing else matters right now. Like I want to listen to the instruments. I want to listen to the
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yep.
Because like if I'm at the gym or something, I already have like a flow. You know what I mean? Like if I'm doing something, like I already have a flow, so I have to listen to something I'm familiar with.
Mhm.
It's so crazy because like I don't know, it's just strange. Like because you don't know what's gonna come next. You don't know if it's like a sad song or like
Mhm.
something that you're not gonna be able to vibe with right now.
Especially if they have like there's the reason for the order or songs and all that.
Exactly. So like when I listen to new music, I have to sit down and like really like take it apart and pay super close attention.
No, I agree. And that's why it's like for new album stuff, I really like to give like the first run through with my headphones.
Yeah. attention,
Not
nothing
not
else.
like my earphones because I'm still as distracted. But I put my headphones on, it kind of cancels out everything
Yeah,
around me,
100%.
and I'm allowed to give more focus to it and see what they're talking about.
Yeah, same.
And then switching to sports, we got the NBA. They've officially set to start December 22nd, and it's going to be a 72 game season. Do you think the owners or the players won this negotiation?
Hmm. I
Mm,
don't know. What do you think?
I mean, both. I don't think there was a big loser in this.
How many
Yeah.
games are there usually? It's like 80,
82, so it's
82.
10 less.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
really that big of a difference. in
So,
my
well, if you
opinion.
look at the owner's aspect, if doing the math right, it's 5 games left. I mean, 5 games less of like profit, because your profit comes from home games, like sales from home
Yeah.
games. So 5 games less
Yeah.
home game wise.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was. I think both parties are happy with it because this is something that's been on the CBA doc for a while. It's been
Mhm.
talked about for a while. It was real hard the last CBA because they wanted to eliminate or really cut down on back-to-back games,
Mhm.
and it was hard to do with the 80 games. So now with 72 games,
Gives a
should
little
be
bit more
easier.
time.
But since they're starting in what's it called in December, I know that's the start date. I haven't looked at the actual. I mean, they haven't released a schedule, so I'm curious on when their playoffs supposed to start.
Yeah. So do you think who benefits more? Like that's because there's some teams that have been off like 10 months now. And then
Yeah.
the Lakers,
Damn, that's
they just
crazy.
got done with the
Yeah.
playoffs or with the finals like a month ago, basically. Do you think the team that's been off the longest has more of a benefit, or the team that's just wrapping up that's still basically coming off that season?
That depends. I feel like what they're doing in the off season. Like, were they training?
Yeah.
Were they chilling? Were they quarantined? Like,
Yeah.
what are they doing? But
I think for the motivated players, it benefited them to
Yeah.
be off because they didn't get that quarantine weight.
I think the Lakers are more at a disadvantage because they're an older team and they just came off of the finals
games, yeah.
and they have less time to like recover and stuff like that. And
I mean, they
You know,
got
have some
what?
time.
When did the finals end? In
last month,
It was
got
like last month.
2.5 months, 3 months. They
I
could.
think I think they'll be okay.
They're
But
fine.
I think what they do in their off time.
A,
is
a
like,
month off
Yeah.
is a lot for them.
how you gonna tell what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, bro.
What's the regular like off season? Do you know how long that usually is?
like
June to
4 or 5 months,
October.
right?
June
Well,
to
it depends if you're in the playoffs. June to
September,
October, mid-June to October.
So yeah, and then they're talking about some of the Lakers players initially were talking about taking a month off. And then I think I didn't see it, but somebody was like, LeBron said he's just going to cherry pick
Yeah,
and throw it to AD. So either way, I wouldn't be mad. Like if he takes an extra month off,
yeah,
I mean, it's understandable.
yeah. Sports have just been weird.
but
this
you
year,
but you mad
Yeah.
Kawhi did?
Did Kawhi win anything?
No.
have
but
you
why you still
earned-
mad? Why he's
Have
won?
you
What do you
earned
mean he
anything?
hasn't won? He's won 2 championships.
Did he
No,
did he
3.
win when he was taken off back to backs?
Did he win? No.
Okay,
Is someone a
I mean,
Kawhi fan? Are you
he
Kawhi
did.
fan?
No, he did win.
I like my
taking
players
time
that
off
play.
He did win while
Ah.
taking time off in Toronto
When was that?
the year before.
What have you done for me lately?
1 year removed from a championship. I'm sorry. Like,
Don't be sorry, be better.
I mean, 1 year removed. Okay.
And then what else was there? Oh, they're talking about free agency. NBA, they're planning to open free agency as early as November the 18th. And the drafts, I guess, are going to be shortly after. It's going to be a very short window of everything, basically.
That's what I feel like. It just ended. Like,
No.
it's so crazy. I feel like sports are just. It's so weird right now because there's no fans at the games. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. I personally, I don't really watch them anymore because I feel like everything's just. I don't know. It's just
It's in
like,
shambles, right?
Yeah, I'm like, even with the NFL, like, it's not even fair, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because Patriots, like, that's my team, dude, and I'm like, this doesn't even count.
I feel like there's more reasons you don't watch them than
Yeah.
no offense.
Like I left. I was rooting for the Patriots last season to win. Then I left when Tom Brady left. You should have left. Like, why did you stay? There's
I
nothing
love
there.
them, bro. I
It's just
love them.
he doesn't
tumbleweed.
understand that. He
Doesn't make
he
any
doesn't-
sense.
He doesn't
Yeah.
understand following the team.
Oh,
He's
like
not
the
really.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't think
just
it's a
kidding.
bandwagon. Like
It's okay.
I'm
We've followed
I'm
that
a
million
player.
times.
I'm a player fan more than
Yeah,
a
yeah,
team
a team
fan.
fan.
It's
makes sense.
just different.
Yeah, I feel you. I
It's
still
a
respect
different
Brady.
loyalty.
I mean, it sucks that he left, but apparently he wasn't happy there, and a lot of people weren't happy there.
Yeah.
So it is
Like,
what it is, man.
do you think with Brady leaving, if he would have stayed, do you think the team would still look like this?
No, there wouldn't be I feel like they wouldn't have the same record Tampa Bay does, but they would look way better than what they do now.
Way better. It's the same people,
But-
just a different quarterback.
Cam's been out though, as well, right? Like they've been
Cam
having.
Yeah,
missed-
he's had COVID.
He missed
He-
one game.
He's been hurt.
He's only missed one game. I thought it was like
He missed one
2.
game because of COVID. They took him out one game
okay.
because he was bad.
That was
They
after
took him out.
COVID.
So I think that's
Damn,
all he
dude.
missed, right? One game.
And then like
sucks.
like it's just not
I
good.
feel like it's just like a fake. I feel like a Cowboys fan, bro. This
Like they
sucks.
quit real quick. They're like next year.
Yeah,
Oh
usually the
my
Patriots
God.
are winning, bro. Now I know how it feels to lose, dude. I'm like, damn, this is what it feels like to be a
He-
Cowboys fan.
He labeled it.
That's really what a Spurs
That
fan
is
feels like. To
funny.
be honest,
Yeah, right.
that's really is what a
And,
Spurs
dude,
fan
Thunder
feels
too.
like.
That's,
That is
that's how I
funny.
felt with the Thunder for years, bro.
That's
I'm
what-
Like Spurs are competitive though. It's come on, really. I think Cowboys
They didn't make
fan.
the playoffs.
I think Cowboys fans
didn't
is,
make the
is a better
playoffs.
label.
I just like
But-
watching the Cowboys because they always let everyone down. Like
Yeah.
it's just fun to watch because everybody's so hyped on it.
Every year
Yeah, dude,
they get
everybody's
so the
hyped.
lemon.
And then their fans, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but their fans are just like, they're just so like
Delusional.
Yes, bro. Like, and they're just so I don't know, man. They're just their own. They're their own kind.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, man.
so wild.
Yeah,
But
100%.
yeah, they're good people. Roy's a good guy. He got
Oh,
his
you're a Cowboys fan?
cowboy blue.
Die hard, bro.
Look at his shirt.
Cowboys,
I'm sorry,
Mavericks.
dude.
Cowboys, Mavericks is
I'm
blue.
sorry.
Oh
dude.
my god, I do
Oh, yeah, I
like.
forgot you're a Mavs.
I
fan,
do
too.
like how the Mavericks are looking though. So that is
Yeah,
some
yeah.
hope.
There you
Like,
go.
yeah, I think they can get further than they did this season. I think they do have some.
They
some
went to
room
the
for
bubble,
improvement.
yeah.
It just depends on off season. I mean, the off season, it really does depend on it. Like it's hopefully now Mavs are notorious for missing off season for free agents. We do not get free agents.
Mm.
It's
So,
Dallas.
We get through trades like mid tier, but hopefully with KP and Luca, and then look how good we looked.
Bro,
Yeah.
The
for
potential we
real.
have. So the thought is hopefully that brings attraction to the team. So
Like
yeah,
even
so
with your same core, I think you're still competitive. Like nobody's really had a
Yeah.
big trade in any other teams.
but that's the point. If all the teams stay the same, we're where we are last year.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Luka's killing, bro.
Yeah,
Lucas killing.
I feel like people will want to go there just to play with him, but
and we don't need we need another top tier, but we don't need that superstar. We just need like
Yeah,
solid
an
player.
all-star. Like there's difference between like the all-star and the superstar.
Mhm.
We just need like another all-star player. We need someone that's I feel we definitely need toughness. Especially in the playoff show. There's no reason for Luka to be doing all that what he did in the playoffs. Like if somebody comes after him, like no offense, it's the star. You have somebody else,
Yeah,
and that's how it is on all teams. You can't say, well, he should do it, but that's how it is on all teams. When somebody came after Dirk back in the day, Dirk wouldn't respond like the other people did.
Mhm.
Same thing with LeBron James. They walk away because they don't want to get the tech. They don't want to get the what have you.
Yeah.
But we still need some pieces. I know Mark Cuban put it out there. What do y'all want for the pick? We don't want it.
I think Dallas has. I think Clippers, they have more problems than Dallas do right now, and I think Dallas has a bigger upside than the Clippers.
Yeah, but even with, I feel like they do have more problems, but Clippers are a better team right now.
No, I don't think they are though. They said that last season.
They beat us
Okay, why was that?
because they won the series. Like
Okay,
it wasn't because of KP was being out.
Okay,
Like
so
they
you
beat
know
us
why.
because they beat us.
Okay, cool.
Why do you think they beat us then?
I think if KP stayed in, y'all would have won.
Nah, I don't think we're on.
And it's weird because I was rooting for the Lakers last season, but I saw the Mavs that series. That was a very good series.
I wanted the Mavs to win.
Me too.
I was like, oh, dude, this is dope. Like,
Exactly.
For sure. Like, it'd be cool to, because they were like underdogs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
And nothing's really changed with the Mavericks. Like if you look at the Clippers, they got a new coach, Ty Lue. Okay, he got bumped up. The Rockets got a new coach. I think they're pretty good. And then the Warriors are coming back, but they're coming back off of injury, so they still gotta get acclimated. But I think they're gonna still be competitive.
I think the Warriors they're in the best position this offseason, better than any team.
To pick up somebody.
To pick up because it doesn't like in the history in the NBA rarely happens that a top 3 pick
Yeah.
doesn't need the pick.
Well,
Like what do you we don't need this. Like, what's on the market? Like we
Yeah,
got a
right?
team.
They're
Yeah, yeah.
very like
everybody was
fortunate,
hurt.
right?
Like everybody was hurt. So
Like, we good
you know,
now?
we good. So we got who wants the second pick? What
That's
you got?
so
That's
wild.
crazy. Yeah, for real.
Like how many times does that happen
Yeah.
like that? So there's rumors about the Spurs trading Aldridge over there for the
Mm.
second pick.
If he goes there,
Wow.
I don't think he's that great anymore though.
But again, I don't think they need like a superstar.
But do the Warriors need Aldridge? What I don't think he's gonna. Isn't he injury prone?
No,
I didn't watch
he's
him last
good. He's
season.
good. I think he'll fit right in because
As a big,
they don't need someone to give you 25 points. Like they need someone that's consistent, and
Gives them
Aldridge
ball.
is consistent.
Who's their big man right now, anyway?
I think Draymond's pretty much the 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, adding Aldridge is good, but I don't know if Aldridge. Well, I mean that's just. I mean, yeah, they're giving away the second pick and the 11th pick. Man, they got 2 in the top 15.
If they get
Damn.
Aldridge, then yeah, Lakers are winning. Like it doesn't really move the needle for me.
I think it's a bad idea because they're picking up a big contract with Aldridge.
He's been there like 30 years. How much? What's left on his contract?
I think he still has like 20 million.
That's
Oh,
wild.
snap.
He's stealing money.
For real.
But I think he's in the last year of.
Okay. Does he have an option?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those big names, they all have options.
But yeah, I definitely see a path for the Mavericks to be like a top 3 team. Utah, they got some work. I mean, they need a third player. A lot of teams I think need a good third player.
Mhm.
But I think the Mavericks can still.
I think we
run
just
it.
need that third player that's more consistent. Now we wouldn't need that third player if Tim Hardaway Jr. was more consistent. Because when he's consistent and he gives us like those 18 to 23 points, like we win. But it's just he's not as
Yeah, gotta step
consistent.
up.
Like
Yeah.
stay consistent, and that's why I feel like we do need somebody that's at. And he has a really big contract for. I don't know if I don't think his level of play is worth it.
Mhm.
I think his contract's like 19, 20 some million.
Do you think the Lakers have a third player? Don't you say Rondo?
I was gonna say Dwight Howard, but okay.
He's a okay, so they don't.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Do they need a third player to win?
Who? But they got LeBron and AD. Like they got 2 top 5 players in the league.
So is that a no?
No, they
No-
just need
no, it's not a no or no?
Rondo.
I definitely think they need somebody
They
off
got
the
2
bench.
Name
Yeah, for
another
sure.
team that has 2 top 5 players.
I get that. I don't think Rondo's a third player though. I think he's more of a off the
He's a
bench
third
player.
player
Yeah.
because he can pass.
So is he going to stay in the game as a starter?
Rondo?
Yeah. So who's going to come off the bench to give LeBron some breaks?
They'll put up anyone, man.
Okay.
It's crazy how that's like the norm now, though. Is every team has like 2 superstars. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
crazy.
I like the whole Twin Towers thing versus like a big 3.
Mhm.
It seems more competitive because you
Yeah.
get teams like the Heat coming out. You got the Bucks getting knocked off by the Heat. So yeah, and then you got the Nets coming back, and it's Kyrie and KD. So
Yeah.
I like the big 2s.
Yeah,
It gives you more like mystique.
I feel like it's like the norm now. Like any team you go
Yeah.
to, you could just instantly name their 2 superstars.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
wow. Back in the day, like it was not really like
Yeah.
that. Now
So-
it's like a big thing.
I don't think super teams are really
Yeah.
right now. I don't think
Yeah.
there's a real super team.
Not for the last like 2 years.
Yeah. It's
2,
just
3
like
years.
2 good players, and then everybody else is like,
Yeah, I think the Warriors were the last super teams.
yeah, I think so too.
So last year was like the official non-super team.
2s.
But
Yeah.
looking it up, if Warriors absorb his contract, Aldridge this next year gets paid 24 mil.
If
Yeah.
who? If Warriors?
For
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, for that year.
Aren't they?
It's a
Is that
lot.
really a lot though? Isn't that like
1 year?
mid
Well,
tier?
I feel like he's not really like a superstar.
But, I mean,
player, though.
with
Maybe
him-
Spurs.
With him, Clay, and Steph, that's close to 80, 90 mil between the 3 of them.
That's not a super team though.
No, I'm talking about money wise. I'm not talking about
Okay.
like that. I'm talking about money wise.
Draymond signed too. I think he did like what 2? No, he did something close to 2.
I don't know.
Because Draymond just got a new contract, I think 2 years ago. So he's
Aren't
good.
there like playing styles similar, Aldridge and Draymond? You would say
I would
similar.
put
I
Draymond.
think Draymond's.
I think
more-
Draymond's a little
a
better.
little better.
No, I don't think. I mean, Aldridge is a better scorer.
Yeah.
But Draymond's more tougher in defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But easily, Aldridge is a better scorer.
Draymond's a legit defender.
Yeah,
but
that's
not
what I
scoring.
feel
He doesn't beat Aldridge scoring wise.
Yeah, I don't really need that.
He's also 20. He's one
Draymond?
24 million. Also,
Yeah,
Man,
that's a quality contract. And then switching to NFL before we wrap up, we got some late game picks. I think the game starts in like 30 minutes. Saints versus the Buccaneers. Who you got?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
There's a game today.
What is
Tomorrow.
today?
Oh, it's
Sunday,
like
yeah.
30
bro,
I don't know why I put it.
I was like Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday football doesn't come
I
out
don't
till
know
the
why I
end of
put
the
that.
year. Wild card Saturday.
Yeah. So tomorrow at 7:30, you
Ooh,
got
that's
Saints versus
tough, man.
Broncos or Buccaneers.
I
You don't even know your own team.
I'm
You
tripping.
don't even know your own team.
Are you a
Wrong day.
Bucks?
Wrong.
No,
No,
I'm
Brady,
Tom
remember?
Brady.
Oh,
Tom
I
Brady
forgot.
Bellingham,
Tom Brady fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I followed.
Hey,
the
respect though, dude.
Yeah.
I think Bucks are gonna take it.
You think they're gonna win that
Oh,
one? I do
yeah.
too.
No, Saints.
For real?
Saints.
I don't know, man. I
Did
gotta
you
go
say
the
they
other way.
played like earlier this week? And then you deleted your text?
No, I said they played this week. I asked you who took it. Who's going to take it? Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
I don't know. It sounded like they were playing that day. And then I was like, didn't they already play? You were like,
No, I
"Oh."
asked on Monday for next week because they played Monday Night Football.
Okay. And then you got Patriots versus Jets.
Damn, that's gonna
Better
be.
be the Patriots, bro. If we lose to the Jets, dude, I'm done. I'm done.
I don't know.
Aren't they like on a 0-10 losing streak?
I mean, you kind of want the Jets to get the first win,
No, you don't.
and it would be a divisional win.
I wanna hear it, bro.
So like
That's wild.
a divisional win, their first win, that would be big for the city. You know.
Get out of
You
here,
said
bro.
bid for the city.
Get out of here, man.
Has there been a team to go scoreless like recently?
Scoreless or you
Like
mean
winless, yeah. When was the
Were
last
they?
time that happened?
Detroit.
Like, oh yeah, they did. That was a
When?
while back.
They were
though, right?
0-16.
That was a while back.
That sounds so bad.
It was them, yeah, I remember.
Like we're 0-16.
I think so. I know
Like,
they were
The
hold on.
15th
Was it like
game. Like, what are
2008
y'all
or something?
thinking?
2008.
Dang.
I watched.
That's-
So that doesn't seem too long ago for me because
Do you think that's
remember.
hard? Like to go winless?
It's like you have to do it, right? Like it's more effort to lose every game than to just win one.
Like nothing?
That sucks, dude.
Oh my god. I would think
I feel like that takes a lot of effort.
I would think the
Like,
Dolphins would have that streak, but they're on the upcoming too. Like that's
Yeah.
wild. I never thought I'd see the Jets like looking like this.
Bro, they looked like this last year.
In their division. I
Oh.
mean,
I did forget. The only reason I remember the Lions, but 2017, the Browns went 0-16 also.
yeah, I thought the Browns did
Really?
too,
And
yeah.
Last year?
No, 17.
2 years ago. Okay.
Bro,
was that when
wow,
I
we
was,
like almost 5 years ahead of that now.
was Baker wasn't playing there, right? That was before
Nah,
Baker.
I think that was
They had to
the year
get the
before.
pick for Baker.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's where he got.
I was like, wow, because I was like pro Baker one of those seasons.
Yeah, dude,
That
that
was
sounds a beast.
their quarterback was Hogan, Kessler, and Kaiser.
Yeah.
Do you think Cam is gonna play the entire game?
I don't know. Apparently, I didn't even see when he got pulled out. I'm telling you, dude, sports. I'm like, this year
Yeah.
don't even matter. So I haven't been watching that much. I watched the first like 3 games, and then after that, like Cam was out, and I was like, I was watching him play awful, man. It was ridiculous. But I hope so. I sure hope so.
Yeah.
We'll
Who,
see.
did you pick Who'd you
Sitting
pick?
in New Orleans.
for
Oh.
Patriots and Jets?
I was gonna say
I want
Jets.
Jets to win,
Man,
but they're so
Who are you
horrible.
picking?
Jets.
What's wrong with these?
Yeah, you
Jets.
sound like me picking
Jets.
like the wrong. I'm gonna go.
Jets.
I'm gonna go Patriots. Like that's embarrassing. You can't
Dude.
lose to them.
You'd be surprised.
And then
Patriots have been
Any
trash.
given Sunday.
Yeah, that's what they say. And then you got Cowboys versus Steelers.
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 Man, it's gonna be a hard fight game tomorrow. Cowboys are trotting out like an unknown quarterback that nobody got tape on.
We're playing Gilbert.
I thought they were doing Cooper Rush.
No, they're switching to Gilbert.
Wow,
And
plot
then,
twist. Still L.
As of right now, Zeke is out, so it's gonna
that sucks.
be.
He said,
Tony-
"I got COVID."
Tony No, Was it? Was it? What would
Like
they say? Untreated hamstring issues.
He said, "No, don't treat it."
He's like, leave me out, bro. Leave me out.
It's gonna be Pollard, and then they moved up a running back from the practice squad. I forgot. I
Man,
forgot his name.
they're deep.
So, practice squad, brother.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Speaking of practice squad,
I'm gonna go Steelers. By the way,
so I got Steelers. So, speaking of practice squad,
you talking about an
So
ex
who got-
Cowboy
who got-
player?
you know who got upgraded from the practice squad, to a roster?
Who?
Des Bryant.
Oh, no way.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
What?
Not for the Cowboys though.
No,
for
No,
from
who was
the
he with?
Ravens.
Ravens, yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty quick.
I
I hope he
heard,
doesn't pop anything.
I heard they were trying to pull someone back over to the Bucks. I don't know, like a big receiver. I don't know who it was though.
I mean Brown.
Yeah, was that like true?
I forgot.
Yeah, they signed Brown.
Did they? Did
Oh,
he play?
Antonio
Has he played?
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he played over
First game I think is this
there
week.
against the Saints?
Yeah,
I thought he was there last game.
I think he practiced. He's on the
Maybe-
practice.
Yeah, I think he was on the roster,
But he
yeah,
wasn't
didn't
playing.
he hasn't
Oh,
played.
Snap.
Man, that's gonna be a good game.
That's so crazy.
Fully loaded.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, there should be like no competition.
No weaknesses. Like,
yeah,
what do
like you got everything.
were they playing in New Orleans?
It
I
shouldn't
don't know.
matter. Look at them, dude.
Like
It's
if they
crazy.
play in New Orleans, because they have the enclosed field,
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe, so
yeah.
it's gonna be comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But-
what do you have to lose?
Yeah, that's
Tampa
gonna be good.
Bay's to open up.
I think they're
Yeah.
open.
Where-
But still, I
where
think
do
it's
they
good
play-
weather.
Where do they play
Yeah,
the first game
exactly.
of the year? Because they played together the first game of the year.
I
It's
don't
at
remember.
Tampa.
Okay, dang.
Mm. It's
Well,
like that has to be a win. bro.
Yeah, that's gonna
Straight
be
dub.
that's gonna be good.
Straight up.
So
2 touchdowns.
if
I
New
think they're gonna win
Orleans
by
wins,
2 touchdowns.
if New Orleans wins, they take the lead. Because right now they both have the same losses, but the Saints already had their bye week, so Tampa has
Mm.
one more game
Game up.
played.
Yeah, so I got them winning as well.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
But yeah,
That's gonna be.
It's not gonna be
interesting.
as easy as y'all say.
You don't think so?
Steelers versus
Mhm.
Cowboys or who?
No,
The
I'm talking
Saints and
about
Bucks.
Saints and Bucks.
Oh yeah, which player am I gonna beat them with this time? Like yeah, the decisions.
Have y'all been doing
You-
fantasy too?
I don't
Yeah.
do fantasy. I lose
I've
money.
been
Dude,
in
I
fantasy.
always lose,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
But I do it anyway. Like I always feel so good at the beginning of the year. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, this is my. I feel like a Cowboys fan.
I did
Just
fantasy
again.
football with him like 3 years ago. I came in second, and then was invited next year because I came in second.
yeah, no.
Dude, I always get in.
I'd probably
all pumped.
I'd probably always get invited because I'm a lick. I'd
They're
lose.
like,
I'd
lay it
lose.
down, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for fantasy football, the main thing why like a lot of people, I guess, they're not good at it. It's not about like the stars, man. It's about the sleepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's of course your stars is going to get you that, but you need to know the sleepers and who's going to get you those 10 points you need to win.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays with the PPR style, it's going to be like those 15, 16 points. But man, fantasy football has evolved, bro. I remember like
It's wild.
like 10 years ago, like the matches were like 80 to 70 because it was just like yards and touchdowns, and with
Yeah.
PPR were like points per
they
reception.
go up, bro.
Like last week, my match was like 180 to like 170 because
Yeah.
of
I had
it's just crazy.
Cook on my team last year, and he got me like
Oh.
45 points. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's like more than I scored all of last week. It's
My
insane.
biggest two players this year has been Henry. He gave me like 50 points one game, and then Kamari gave me like 50 points one game.
Yeah, I
too.
saw that too.
So also had Robinson and gave me like 45 one game.
So crazy.
So picked them up off the waiver too.
I feel like when when one of your players does good, it's so weird because they all like click and you just blow up, and then the
Yeah.
next week all of them just do bad. It's like
bro,
why?
for real, man.
It's so crazy.
I hate and like I drafted the best players. So last week I lost by 1 point, but I had 5 starters on like buys or injured.
Oh yeah,
Bro, this year has sucked with injuries in fantasy football.
Yeah, for real.
But I was like in the trenches for tight ends. I
I'm
was like,
playing
who's this?
dude,
I have to
I'm
look him up. I was like, how many snaps does he get? I guess like I'll start this tight end. Like he gets 4 snaps a game. Okay.
Dude, I picked up Kelsey, dude. That's all I had to do. I haven't had to switch him out or switch him. I just trust him every game, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
He's one of
clutch.
those. He's just the automatic.
Yeah, dude. Every game, like all I had to do was switch him out for the bye. Did he have a bye yet? I don't know, but I had to switch him out for the bye, and then from there just leave him in. It's whatever.
That's all you need.
But Landry, dude, I pick him every year. I have no idea why. I always pick him up, and then he always screws me over, dude. Like I'm never picking him up again. Like he's with the Browns now.
I feel like that for me was Beckham for a while.
Beckham, yeah,
Because
nah.
he gives you games like this year. He gave you one game that was like 30 some points and injured. Like he's just like I don't know. He's not for the whole year.
Yeah.
He's not for the whole year.
It's so crazy, dude. Landry. Every year I scoop him. I have no idea why, and he does the same thing to me, dude. So I'm like, forever.
It's because like especially when you're drafting and you're like, oh, they're there. Like they're a star, but you're like, oh, I want them, but I don't know. Like
yes, dude. You're like, maybe it's their year, and then you take him, and then
Yeah.
dude, he never does anything for me. I've been with him like for 3. I don't know why I pick him up every year. It's like an ex you just can't get rid
That
of.
might
bro.
tell you. How come he's available every year for me?
right? Like right when it comes, they're like, watch, Cody's gonna pick him. Like,
Right.
it's
But
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
Before we wrap up, have you named your project yet?
For myself,
Mhm.
yeah, just Cyan.
Oh, that's just,
So-
it's gonna be like a self-title.
Ye-
Okay,
Well, the next song, I don't have a title for that. but
for the
my
project
music-
yet?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
song, no.
Okay,
But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm trying to make it not sound too kind of generic. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make kind of like come up with some kind of like underground kind of story for it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of still figuring it
So
out.
where'd you get your name from? Because you said
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know, man. It was the past like all summer, like all the past like 4 months, I was looking for a name, and I just could not come up with anything. And the producer here in town, he like showed me this button on a remote, and it said Cyan, like CYAN. He's like, that's kind of a cool name, and I was like, yeah, that is pretty cool, because I guess it was a color he could change his lights to.
Oh, I was like, what remote
Yeah.
are you looking
Yeah,
at for that? I
yeah.
was like, I've never seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and so he's like, bro, isn't that a cool name? And I was like, that is kind of a cool name. And then, dude, I just could not come up with anything forever. I was like trying so hard, and I was like, I think I'm just overthinking it. So I just added another A to be edgy. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I just kept it, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, because if not, I would still just like not release any music and still be thinking of the name.
You'd be like,
so.
it's Cody, guys.
It's just Cody, dude.
It's Cody.
It's just Cody, bro.
do you know when you're gonna be dropping the full project?
Well, I'm trying to do it like song by song since it's self-funded. I'm trying to like
Okay.
kind of when you're working with Spotify, the more you like use their platform, the better option you have, a better chance you have of landing one of their playlists.
Okay,
And so the more you kind of like continuously drop and continuously show progress on your profile, the better like you can jump into people's discover
Mm,
and stuff like that. So I'm trying to release a song, like 2 or 3 songs by I think early next year, but I'm trying
Okay.
to do one every 2 to 3 months or so.
Those algorithms,
Okay.
man, they'll get
Yeah,
you up there.
yeah, dude. And once you just continuously post and stuff, like and nowadays it's more I feel like it's more about singles. Like
yeah,
not a lot of people listen to albums. Like it's so especially if
Yeah.
you're a new artist. Like who wants to listen to a new artist's whole album? Not me. So like definitely not me.
Yeah.
Unless
but
it's like a
but listen to the album when it drops.
yeah, but I did but no, yeah, I'm trying to do something like every 2 to 3 months, kind of drop everything. And then once I get like 3 or 4 songs, I'll probably just because you can grab the code of the song
okay,
and put it into an EP.
Nice.
So it'll show as all singles, but overall it'll be like an EP or
Okay.
whatever. But yeah, it's kind of expensive to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I can't just drop a lot of money and do an EP right now. But song by song, I'll get there. So
Okay.
eventually.
Nice.
cool.
And then where can people check you out?
I'm on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. I'm on TikTok too. I have a little. I need to make my own TikTok with my own song. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, you can actually like find my song on TikTok and make a TikTok out of it. So it's
Nice.
basically everywhere right now.
And
so
for YouTube, what's the YouTube name?
it's just
just-
CYAAN.
Okay,
It's,
so
I don't
people
know why
the,
it's
the
like
right
that.
one.
I think it's because since it's newer, even on Spotify, it was hard to find me when I first released. So I
Yeah.
had to like link people. But I think once you get more listeners and more viewers, you kind
Okay.
of become like that top search.
Okay.
Kind of like on Google, you know, if like something's searched enough, they're kind of like pushed to the top.
Yeah,
So I think that's what's going on right now since I've only done like one video and one song.
Gotcha.
You got to kind of like search for me. So
okay,
hopefully I'll be up there.
Yeah.
Soon. So
okay. Well, yeah, appreciate you coming
Yeah, for
by. Definitely want to talk to you again once the full project's out and once you have more
Yeah.
another single, because yeah, I like the music and I like the direction that you're going in. It's so diverse
Yeah.
compared
appreciate
to
it, dude.
like the band as well. So yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely different, and it's just hopefully it takes off. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully it correlates with more people and people just dig it. You know,
yeah,
I really want to do some shows once like shows come back and stuff. So that's kind of like my goal is to release like 5 or 6 songs. So once shows come back, we can just pop off and have fun. You
Man,
know?
I'm
Yeah.
ready
So-
for shows, man.
For real, it's so crazy. It's crazy.
Well, outside will probably be open up next year.
yeah.
We'll be ready.
You're not
Next year.
helping, man.
I know,
You're
right?
not helping, bro.
2022 are coming.
Yeah. And where can people check us out at, Roy?
YouTube, Spotify, to listen to the episodes, to engage with us, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
And no matter where you're listening, it
What?
don't matter where you're listening. We appreciate y'all stopping by. Turn up the mic. Goodbye.
Peace.